1st of December in 1948, Somerton Beach, Australia. The lifeless body of a man was discovered leaning against a seawall. This is known as the Taman shot case. This man was dressed in a suit and tie and appeared to be aged in his 40s or 50s. The forensics noticed that the man had weird toes and calves, as if he had been a ballet dancer, something which would be really important later in the investigation. In his pocket there were bus and train tickets, chewing gum, some matches, 2 combs and a pack of cigarettes. He had no wallet, no cash, and no ID or fingerprints matched with anyone else. The tags on his suit had been cut off. Investigators found a torn of paper containing the words Taman shot, meaning finished in Persian, from the final page of a copy of Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, a book which contains pithy observations on complex subjects such as love, death, and the existence of God and an afterlife. This man came to be known as the Somerton Man due to the location of his discovery. The real intrigue ignited when investigators uncovered a hidden pocket in his pants concealing a phone number. Police investigated the phone number found in the dead body and led them to a 27-year-old nursing student whose name was never made public. On top of that, she lived just 5 minutes from where the body was found. When they took the woman to see the death mask, she nearly fainted. In spite of her obvious distress, she denied she knew him. Police allowed her name to be withheld because she was a potential witness. For the rest of her life, she refused to cooperate with police. But what does this mysterious phrase mean, and how does it tie into the enigma surrounding his demise? Let us delve into the theories around the Taman shot case. Theory number 1 posits that the Somerton Man was a spy. It is believed that the Taman shot paper held a secret code or a covert method of communication among spies. The absence of identification and the mysterious circumstances of his death, clothes, and appearance fuel this theory. Could this man have been tied to a web of international espionage? Proponents of this theory point to a perplexing code discovered in a hidden compartment of a car near the beach, potentially linked to the Somerton Man. 2 months later, on the 14th of January, staff at the Adelaide railway station discovered a brown suitcase with its label removed, which had been checked into the station cloakroom after 11 a.m. on the 30th November 1948. Only 1 day before that, the Somerton Man was found dead on the beach. It was believed that the suitcase belonged to him. Inside this suitcase, investigators found scissors, a knife, and a suit among everyday objects. To this day, speculation has persisted that the Somerton Man may have been a Soviet spy, although it has never been confirmed. Theory number 2 opens the possibility of a tragic love affair. This theory began when Professor Derek Abbott investigated the case for over a decade. He found a girl called Rachel Egan who had similar facial features and who could have the same DNA as the Somerton Man. Rachel Egan grew up in New Zealand with no siblings and admitted she had always felt a sense of disconnection with her family. From a very young age, she threw herself into ballet despite there being no connection with the dance in her family. It was only in university when Miss Egan received a letter from a social worker telling her she had been adopted. Coincidences made Rachel Egan and Professor Derek Abbott marry together. Professor Abbott suspected Somerton Man fathered a child and left a generational legacy, and that Rachel Egan could be the Somerton Man's granddaughter. Rachel went to meet her birth mother, Roma Egan. Her father, Robin Thompson, had passed away a few years ago. Rachel discovered that most of her actual family had been ballet dancers. In fact, her parents met each other practicing ballet. The Professor Abbott investigated Rachel's grandparents, Joe and George Thompson. Here is when he uncovered the name of the nurse whose phone was found on Somerton Man's pocket. Her name was Jessica Ellen, best known as Joe Thompson, Rachel's grandmother. Unfortunately, it was too late to interrogate her. She had died in 2007, taking her secrets with her. These facts made Professor Abbott think that Joe Thompson and the Somerton Man may have had a secret relationship resulting in the birth of Robin, Rachel's father. This hypothesis gained credibility when they compared the physical similarities of Robin and the Somerton Man. The defined shape of Robin's legs made Professor Abbott reconsider reports he had read of the Somerton Man possessing the same muscly calves, leading the beliefs he may also have been a ballet dancer. Professor Abbott took images of the Somerton Man's teeth and ears and brought them to Professor Meche Henneberg, anatomist from Adelaide University, who compared his features to Robin's. He said the pair were similar, pointing to their distinctive earlobes and the fact that they both have been born without the same two teeth. He estimated the combination of these two similarities was a 1 in 10,000 chance, and therefore it was likely Robin and the Somerton Man were biologically related. To make sure they were related, Abbott exhumed Somerton's body for a DNA test. The test ruled out that neither Robin nor Rachel were related to the Somerton Man. However, they found out that the Somerton Man's DNA belonged to a Melbourneian family, the Webbs. They believed his name was Charlie Webb. Until recently, the Webb family had no idea of their connection to the long-running mystery, though there were stories of a missing family member many years before. After finding a positive match with members of the Webb family, Professor Abbott contacted Stuart Webb, who he believed was the great-grandson of the Somerton Man's brother. Stuart gave Abbott an old family photo album made by his grandparents. Looking at those pictures, Abbott found a family photo on which the names had been handwritten: Grandpa, Grandma, Roy, and Charlie. This solved the mystery of his identity. The name and the man in the picture matched perfectly with the body they found back 70 years ago. Now we know the identity of the Somerton Man, but there are still questions to be answered. What was the cause of his death? Why did he have Joe Thompson's phone number? Was it just a coincidence? Based on the forensic investigation made in July 1949, he had not died of natural causes. It was found that his stomach and kidneys were deeply congested with blood and that his spleen was 3 times the normal size. So the most logical theory is that his death had been caused by heart failure due to poisoning. Could Joe Thompson have been responsible for his death? Sadly, there is no answer for that question, and investigators haven't found any other loose ends. And this is all we know about the Taman Shot case. Stay tuned for the next video.